What's going on, guys? Today we have got another future star player review, and it is Havertz. So going into this German cam, he is a 90 rated. He currently had a 79 non-rare gold to start with. He also has an 82, I believe it's like a it's not a Europa Live card, but it's like the Europa Tournament card. An 82 of that, and then he also got his first in form, which was an 84. So to be honest, he's not very far off getting a 90 if he continued the way he was. Basically, I'd say a second and third in form would probably lead him to at least an 86, 87, potentially an 88, depending on if they want to give him a 2 upgrade in any of them informs. But he has been given a 90 rated card, and to be honest, this card looks really, really nice. Straight off the bat, very expensive. You're looking at around about 450 to 480 at this moment in time. Personally, I can only see him dropping maybe another 20 to 30k depending on what they bring out. I don't really see them dropping much more. We've seen a huge drop over the course of after FUT Champs. A lot of them dropping considerably. So this card has dropped. I believe I picked him up for about 500-600. So he is dropped a hell of a lot, but it doesn't take anything away from this card. Personally, the overall stats looking at him, which we'll get into, are very, very nice, and the overall look of this card is very nice. So, going into some basic information, we have got a 4-star skiller and a 4-star weak foot. Very nice for a card. I think this is what's been pointed out by a lot of people. A lot of these futures don't have a 4 or 5-star weak foot. Obviously, some do, but a lot of them have the 3-star weak foot and maybe a 4-star, 3-star skill moves. It is only them top elite ones that really have that 5-star. I believe Junior has 5-star skills, but I can't remember playing back with him. It's been a while now since I played with him. But he is left-footed and he stands at 6'2", so a really nice height, and he's got a medium work rate. Personally, I'd prefer a high work rate, but I didn't think it mattered too much, mainly because I have my cam as a stay forward anyway, so he's always attacking regardless. So if he does have a high attacking work rate, I don't see the massive difference really. I know some people do find that has a bit of an element, but for me, I don't really see a huge difference in that. But it's all to everyone's opinion. I still think this card's very nice going forward, and I don't really need him to drop back, and we'll see why in the stats. So he's got 88 pace, which gives him 88 acceleration and sprint speed. The other standout stats he have 99 positioning, really, really nice, and I think that is a real standout stat for him. He has 94 finishing. Personally, I didn't think he finished that well, but I think realistically, because I have a couple of players that I was focusing on as well, maybe I didn't focus too much on this card when it came to the finishing. You could more than likely put this card up front and he'd be pretty happy, because he's got 85 shot power. Not the greatest, but it's still up there, definitely. It's still definitely one of the higher ones. Dribbling is where it's at personally. He also has 90 volleys as well, so that's something to look out for. But he has 89 agility, 81 balance, 88 reactions, 93 ball control and dribbling, and 90 composure. Also, just quickly before we talk about any of them, 80 heading accuracy, 98 vision, 81 crossing, 97 short pass, 86 long pass, 85 jumping, and 82 stamina. So overall, he has 2,265 in-game stats. So not the highest we've seen so far out of these futures, but definitely up there. So going into the review on him, personally, the card looks incredible. You see the stats. Some of them are really, really nice, and the shooting, the dribbling, the passing are definitely the standout. Obviously, he does have quite a nice pace as well, which, again, really nice for a cam to have. Really, what lets this card down maybe is physicality a little bit. Only has 75 strength and 49 aggression. Stamina isn't the highest for a future card. I always say in these reviews, looking at them, they're always at least in, say, the 88 pluses. But again, there is some exceptions. Some of them are a little bit lower, and this is one of them. Personally, 82 is still a decent one for me. If you want, as well, realistically, for me, my substitutes consist of a striker, a cam, or another centre mid, and then a defensive player. So really, I'm happy with having 82 because he'll last to at least the 60, 70th. And even then, he's still got stuff in the tank ready. But I'd probably be then looking to swap him out, which, to be honest, in this FIFA, with the amount of cards there is, that's not a huge negative for him. I think the strength and aggression does let him down a little bit. I think his height makes up for that considerably because he is 6'2", and I'm used to quite small cams. When it comes to Eriksen, I believe Foden wasn't too tall, but don't quote me on that because no doubt he's about 6'4", and I've just completely outdone myself. But Eriksen as well, I know he's a little bit smaller. He had more agility, which makes sense, but this card's still got that. So it does make sense. The strength isn't the greatest, but he does have outweighing stats that does help that. So the shooting wise on this card, I thought was fantastic. Like I said, it didn't really show too much in the game, but again, I think that was more because I was focusing on other players and necessarily didn't really take advantage of his shot, which, to be honest, if I saw that he could shoot, say if I saw in the first couple of games that I was getting a lot of shots off, I'd have probably whacked him striker because he probably can play there, to be honest. Looking at these stats, it's very nice, and I'd definitely invest in him if you've got a German team as well, which isn't very popular this year, which is very strange because I think quite a few years German teams did quite well. Then dribbling wise is fantastic. He's got a 92 overall, his best stat, and I think you look, like I said with them stats, you look at them and he's a little magician when it comes to it. Personally, I struggled with what chem style to put on him because everything's pretty high. I'd possibly look for something that maybe has pace, shooting, and physical. I don't know if that's... I think that's a Hawk, I want to say. I'm really not up to date with these chem styles, but I don't think he needs any more passing. I think that's a fantastic game that he's got. Dribbling-wise, again, don't think he needs anything more. He doesn't really need pace or shooting, but it's a nice little bonus to then add on to the physical. If we had a chem style that gives pace and physical, well, this card would have been an absolute dream. I don't think there is one, but just in case there is one, that would be the card to put on him. But physicality would definitely say is the bit that he needs to improve on, but I do think the dribbling, the passing all outweighs necessarily not having the greatest strength. And if he did have a bigger physicality, he'd probably have to be a 93 rated at the very least, because they've dropped him, I think, purely because everything else is quite high. I believe, what did he go up by? So from his very first card, he's got 11 pace, 24 shooting, 14 passing, 12 dribbling, 9 defending, and 14 physical. It's a huge jump that they've done. Again, loving this promo. Thought it was fantastic, and thank you for everyone who's watched all the videos, because I've been gaining so many views and subscribers from this, and it's been absolutely brilliant to do the sheer amount that I wanted to do. I did want to do all of them, but we didn't quite get there in the end. But overall rating for this card, I'm giving him a 9.2. I know I gave Foden a 9 and I said he was really enjoyable. This card's just a little bit better for me. Obviously, the price is an extra 2 to 250k more, so I'd expect it to be a little bit better. I think the main thing that Foden has on Havertz is the fact that he links better with teams that people are playing with BPL teams, with English links. Obviously, you could possibly link both of them together with Sancho. So you could have Sancho, Foden, and then either an English striker and then swap at the other side and have German. It's just a possibility. But I think for me, for the playability, I'm gonna make that a word now. I think Foden is better in that aspect, but Havertz definitely stats-wise and how he plays, I definitely say he is that little bit better than him. So 9.2 rated. Let me know down below what you think of this card. Have you used any of his cards, the Europa League one, the Inform, the normal card? What do you think? Or have you used this card? Let me know down below. Make sure you smash the like button on this and subscribe for more content. We'll be bringing you tomorrow or later on today some Inform reviews, hopefully on the new Team of the Week 19. We're looking to see some very, very special cards in that. But hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you all again next time. Peace!